Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Uh, what I'm watching right now, it's Star Trek Beyond on Amazon Prime, and it's 1080p. There's no HDR. This is just a 1080p stream, and it's on C7 OLED, C7P 55-inch OLED TV from LG. And I'm using the exact same calibrations that I used on my previous video with Xbox One calibrating software. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's 30 minutes long. And I have to admit, it does look good, specifically for this TV. So before I show you this short little clip from Paramount, hopefully I won't get flagged. It'll be just like maybe 10 seconds clip. I'm gonna show you my settings from calibration that I used yesterday during that calibration process from Xbox One calibration built-in software. Now also keep in mind that there are better softwares out there, better Blu-ray disc, DVD discs software that do a better job. Obviously more extensive ones cost more because they have equipment where you can measure the luminance light. But you know, that's for professionals. We're talking close to $800,000 of equipment worth of stuff. That's really for professional calibrators, the one that, you know, make money off of that. They go to people's houses. I might down the road have something like that, not like fully professionally, but something close to that with some equipment, you know, with reasonable price, to experiment to see what I can get with some of these TVs. I am planning on doing the same exact calibration on a KS8000 sometime. Not sure when, but it will be done. There will be a calibration for KS8000 as well. But for right now, let me show you what I am running this on. There. The OLED light, it's 90. Contrast is 95. Brightness, well, hold on. Brightness needs to be put to 55. Sorry. 55. Sharpness should be to 7. And color should be to 55. Color temperature at C20, well, it shouldn't be there. It should be right here. You see, I forgot to implement my calibration from yesterday. So that's what I'm doing right now. OLED light, you can keep it at 90. Contrast, the reason I keep it at 95, because that's what the calibrating software was reading 95. There's a little picture of sun and sunlight, and they were saying if you can barely see it, like visibly barely see it, then you leave it at that point. So that's what I did. Brightness at 55, sharpness 7, color 55. Also, let's check on the color temperature. It's in 0. Balance means it's in a balance. They do recommend you could put it on warm 1, but I think personally balance is the best, because the balance is the balance between the warm and cold, yellow and blue, and I think that's where you want to be. So you can universally watch many different content out there. Let's go to advanced controls. Dynamic contrast obviously needs to be turned off. So we'll turn dynamic contrast off. Dynamic color, we want to turn that off as well. Super resolution, we want to turn that off as well. Gamma, we want to put gamma at medium. So that's the trick we want to do here. So here, let me show you the end results. Hopefully you guys are taking notes and writing these things down. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna basically tell you what I'm seeing, and you obviously can't see what my two eyes can see, especially not through this camera, and through this video you're watching on YouTube. So keep in mind, I'm just here to analyze, to tell you what I'm seeing. So, and also keep in mind, this is a test to show to you that what this television, LG, can do, OLED can do, even with 1080p. Here I am watching a 1080p streaming content without any HDR, and the OLED with the deep dark levels and the perfect viewing angles definitely makes even a 1080p content look good. Not to mention that, which I will cover on the review of this TV next Friday in the evening, it has an excellent upscaling chip. You have to remember, this is 1080p being upscaled to 4K, and it looks fantastic. So let me show you a briefly short little, like 30 seconds, not even 30, maybe 20 seconds clip here so you can see it. It looks amazing, honestly, for a 1080p upscaled to 4K, and the calibration here is truly amazing, man. This really looks great. Alright, so that's as far as I can show it to you, because if I show you any more than this, Paramount will just, it will kill this video, pretty much. So, there you have it. Let me show you one more time the settings. If you have C7 OLED, these are the settings you should use. Remember, these are the settings that I have implemented from calibrating software from the Xbox. I am down the road really looking to invest into a software, PC software, which I will install on my laptop. Get some equipment as well to measure the luminous light with grayscale, and I'm gonna try to do it as professionally as possible. I'm gonna try to invest into professional equipment and do some professional calibration for all of these TVs that I have, so that way I can give you guys the best possible calibration. So this is what I have right now. It's on a standard user. Let's click on it. OLED light, it's 90. And you really don't want to go above 90 unless you're watching in HDR. If you're watching HDR content, you really have to have these two, whether it's Dolby Vision, especially Dolby Vision, and HDR10. You want to have these two at 100 maximum because it's HDR. But since we are not watching HDR content and we're not watching Dolby Vision content, and this is 1080p upscaled to 4K on this OLED TV, 90, it's perfect. In contrast, it's 90 for the OLED light, it's perfect. You can move it to 80, but I think 90, it's fine. You're not gonna burn this TV with any burning images with a 90. Contrast, it's 95. That's what the calibration software told me to do. Brightness 55, that's what the calibration software told me to do. And sharpness at 7, because that's what calibration software recommended, and I can see exactly why. I mean, I'm sitting like 1 feet away from this TV, and you definitely notice the reason why it has to be below 20 to 7. Colors 55, it makes sense. There's no overbleeding. The colors look natural, just like on the silver screen. Tint is 0, balanced. Color temperature, balance. You don't want to mess with this, guys, unless you have professional equipment to do that. So color temperature, white balance light, tint, leave that stuff. Leave it at the middle. Balance. Balance is the key. And of course, in advanced controls, turn everything off. All of these filters off. Gamma at medium. Color gamma, you can leave it wide. That's fine. Picture options. True motion off. Motion eye care, you want that off. Real cinema, you can leave it on. Black levels, leave it automatic. You can leave the noise reduction in MPG at the low. That's fine. It's not going to bother you. So there you have it, guys. And on Friday, I will cover every aspect of this TV in detail for 40 minutes. Everything will be covered and explained. And hopefully this video on Friday will help you decide whether or not you should invest into a OLED TV, because obviously this TV, it's not a cheap TV. OLED TVs are by no means cheap, especially the 2017 version. So hopefully that video on Friday will give you some kind of an idea if you should invest or not. I'm not gonna spoil anything. You'll just have to wait for that video. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to spend as much time as possible with this TV to collect all the tests, to give you my opinions, my thoughts, and what I think about it, and also to cover the facts on what this TV has inside. So that will be on Friday, the 30th, June 30th, Friday evening, around 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And most likely it's going to be around 4 o'clock Pacific Time, depending when the video gets uploaded. So either way, it'll be evening time. Pacific or East Coast, it'll be around there that time. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Have a good one.